Nightfire Books presents Daddy. Written by Victor Lavalle. Read to you by Ramon de Ocampo.
1. They made the baby sleep under a table. Correction. They let him sleep under a table. They'd started him at birth in a Moses basket next to their bed, then graduated to a crib when he turned 3 months. At 6 months, they switched to a travel crib from Phil and Ted's, because the baby rolled around a lot, and in the travel crib, they didn't have to worry he'd ever fall out. That lasted a year and some change. Finally, at 2 years old, the boy was ready for a bed. But they lived in New York City, in a tiny one-bedroom, tighter than a cat's asshole. This meant the living room had become the boy's bedroom. Because they had a pull-out couch in here, it was also the guest room whenever cousins from Philadelphia or Virginia rolled through. This meant moving the slim kitchen table to the back and turning it into a makeshift bed for the child. Store baby supplies on top and a foam mattress underneath, and that's how you spell ingenuity. But the blonde wood table, bought from Target 5 years ago, looked sad. Downright pathetic. This is where they were going to sleep, James? Fuck that. His father painted the table green, and his mother bought tension rods, had short curtains made from old, bright sheets. She hung the curtains between the legs of the table, so the space inside felt like a special, secluded place, like lying inside the sleeper car of a train. They slipped 4 or 5 of the boys' toys inside. They bought glow-in-the-dark stars and moons and affixed them to the bottom of the tabletop, so at night, when the child looked up, he'd find a starry sky. When James's mom brought him home from daycare, they introduced him to his special space and waited to see if he'd cry about the change. He climbed inside, then asked his mother to climb in with him, told his father to close the curtain. Once it was dark in there, the boy gasped and shouted, "I see stars!" That sound you hear is a mother and father patting themselves and each other on the back. 2. About 6 a.m., he heard James calling out, "Daddy? I'm awake." His given name was Alfred, though no one had ever called him that, not even his parents. Anyone who knew him called him Red, though this wasn't because he had red hair.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?